Right, ladies and gents, so the sill is almost ready to go on now. Just been doing some final sort of trimming, measuring, making sure it's all right. The front slinger bracket, as you know, is staying on the car. It's actually quite handy because you can use that to put a bolt in to line everything up. The rear slinger bracket, I think I might have explained earlier that I've cut it out because I had to get enough room to be able to fit this rear part of the sill under the lip, and I've had to trim off a bit of there as well. So let's move a hole. It's, I don't know, that's probably a 10mm hole. It's not quite big enough to make up a plate, but it's quite a big hole to fill with weld. So just a little trick we're going to use. It's just a bit of copper, a bit of crushed copper pipe, that's all it is. Obviously the weld won't stick to copper, but it is electrically conductive. So that means you can pull the weld on top of the copper and it just makes it nice and neat if you need to fill up a slightly larger than normal hole. So there we go, we've backed the hole with copper. Got the MIG ready. We're going to run it on the normal power setting, but what we are going to do is turn the wire speed up. And the reason we're doing that is because there's quite a lot of weld we've got to get in there, so we want to get a nice little pull of weld going. I'll probably make a complete mess of this. If I do, then I probably won't upload it. Or it might come out okay, so let's give it a go. So as I say, I need to pull a nice bit of weld in there. We've just got a bit of metal on the bench just to stop us burning through the bench basically, and we're going to sort of start at the corner, get a little puddle going and try and work the puddle till it's filled up the hole, and hopefully not blow an even bigger hole in it. I should actually have used a slightly bigger bit of copper just to disperse the heat a bit more. So what that's actually done is melted the copper on the back. So I've got a nice little copper plug there now. So wire speed was probably a bit too fast actually. There's too much weld there, but I just got to lineage that back and then we'll have a look, but that should look fine. So there we go, that's the end result. So that's the back, and the front. You can just see where the heat's transferred through there, where I've rubbed down the back, or sort of ground off the back. But the front, it's like a seamless bit of metal now. Okay, bit of a progress update. So we've drilled all the holes now for the plug welds, which are going to go through into the floor. We're just clamped on with mole grips at the moment. I can't spot weld this top lip at the moment because I haven't had my garage electric sorted out for the spot welder yet, but hopefully that'll be imminent. But I can do these plug welds. I can do the jacking point, and I might just plug weld a couple of these ones in the top just to hold it in place. As you see, I've got the bolt in the slinger bracket there. That helps with aligning it, but you're really sort of determined by the existing jacking mount hole, so you've got to make sure it lines up with that. And then obviously this front lip here, where it lines up with the flitch panel, and the rear where it lines up with the heel board. So all we're going to do now, we'll get this perfectly in place. As you can see, I just need to push that in a little bit to get this in, and then we'll start plug welding it. Right, I've probably gone as far as I can with that sill for the moment, and I might button this side back up now. So I've done the flitch panel repair there, sill's all on, it's been plug welded in a few places, and all the underside has been nicely welded. I've welded up the jacking point so that's still usable as normal, so I've not blanked it off, some people do. But I've welded that in so it can still be used. Yeah, and it's pretty much ready just for a coat of primer. I do just need to spot weld this seam. It's plug welded in a couple of places, but I just need to go along with the spot welder once my garage electrics is done, but that won't take 5 minutes. And inside, all looking good as well. So you can see the weld penetration here of the plug welds. And even inside the rear door bins, as you can see, very good condition, good penetration throughout. So that's that for this side. Like I say, I just got to put some primer on there. And now to start on the other side. So, little problem I've got with taking the door off is this top hinge. Both of the bolts broke, or both of the studs. So these hinges are really expensive, and I don't want to replace them because the door probably won't align properly then. Or I'll have to space it out again. So we'll now have a go at taking these out. I could drill them out, but just looking at the back of them, it just looks like they're welded on the back there. I'm hoping I can grind off the back or cut off the back and then give them a hit with a hammer and push them through. So let's give it a try and see how we get on. Right, well, heat hasn't worked either, so I think we'll just go route one. We'll grind these flat, centre punch them and drill through. In fact, I might just centre punch them where they are and then drill through. So from what I can see, these holes are actually threaded. So they must thread those studs in and then weld on the back. So that's why I couldn't knock them through. I cut that one almost exactly and you can see the threads inside there. So that'll be why they won't knock through. Thought I'd just show you this. So cut the head off the bolt now, it's welded from the other side, and I'm going to use this little tool which Mark gave to me. I think he bought them off eBay or something like that, but it sorts out the thread when you've chopped a bolt. And it just gives you a nice tapered finish. So in theory now that nut should come off nicely and go back on nicely without damaging the thread. So there we go, new thread on there. Yeah, we can still screw a nut on nicely. It's not the prettiest behind, but it will do the job. So I've just got to recreate that and do the other one now. So we're just starting out with the correct thread bolt. Screw it into the existing threads that are in there. Leave a few threads out the top, and then I'm using that to weld on.